Now we're doing progress check 620. So we're given a bunch of functions and asked to decompose them. So say you have x squared plus 3 cubed. Well, you can think of that as that's capital F of x. So then if little f is x cubed and g of x equals x squared plus 3, then f of g of x equals big F of x. Okay, because you've got, like, in this case, my outside function is cubing things. My inside function is x squared plus 3. Okay, what about g of x is natural log of x squared plus 3? Then I would have f of x will be my outside function. That'll be natural log of x. And g of x is going to be x squared plus 3. So then f of g of x, notice I wrote it slightly differently here, is natural log of x squared plus 3 equals g of x. So there's these two ways of writing composition of functions. One is you would say f of g of x, and then here this is like f composed of g of x. And there's really no difference for you guys right now. There is a difference, but maybe not, doesn't matter for you. And the difference is that here we're treating them as two different verbs. Do this verb first and then this verb. And here you can think of them as two nouns, and being this little circle is like put those things together, combine them in a particular way. Combine them in a way that is this, basically. So it's kind of the difference of whether you want to talk about them as verbs like this, or as nouns like that become a verb after you've already composed them. So, all right, another one. We have absolute value of x squared minus 3. I think you should be hopefully getting the hang of it this now. F of x equals absolute value of x. G of x equals x squared minus 3. F of g of x then equal absolute value of x squared minus 3. Okay, and then g of x equals cosine of 2x minus 3 over x squared plus 1. Okay, so then if f of x equals cosine of x, and I'm going to call it this next one h of x because I don't want two g's hanging around. H of x equals 2x minus 3 over x squared plus 1, then f of h of x will equal g of x. All right, that completes that progress check. Oh wait, no, there's one last part. The last part is that if h of x equals 3x plus 2 and g of x equals x cubed, and notice I'm being lazy here, where the book is not lazy. So the book makes sure that you know that the domain and codomain are all real numbers. Okay. So then let's combine them in different ways. So h of g of x, that's h of g of x. So substitute in the inside first, h of x cubed. Well, what does h do? It takes a thing and makes it 3 times that. Times x cubed plus 2. Okay. However, g composes h of x, which is equal to g of h of x. That's equal to g of 3x plus 2. It's equal to 3x plus 2 cubed. Now notice these are not the same, not at all. For instance, plug in 0. Plug in 0 here, you get 0 plus 2 is 2. Plug in 0 here, you get 2 cubed is 8. And it happens for a lot of numbers that they're not the same. So just be careful about the order of how when you compose functions. You always do substitute the inside one first. Okay, so that concludes progress check 620.